Now joining me to look at Mr. Obama's policy for Africa is Bahati Ntama Jacque, a policy analyst at the Africa Faith and Justice Network. Mr. Jacque, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Now, if you could maybe first of all weigh in on the Al-Shabaab's attack on Uganda because of its involvement in Somalia, the challenge that it poses for other Africans who are trying to bring peace to that country, in light of even Mr. Obama's proposal that there's a more multinational approach to that country.
First of all, it is very sad to see that Al-Shabaab has attacked the Ugandan people. And it is a disgrace for such an attack to the people. Now, I do believe that these attacks are going to be happening across Africa if there is no plan to stop the activities. Mm-hmm. Now, what are they reacting to? These are people who are partners of the U.S. And we have said before, when President George Bush launched AFRICOM, that many African nations who are going to be part of and cooperate with AFRICOM are going to suffer some attacks as a result of joining the U.S. in a fight on terror.
Now, this is, when you look at the fact that this is Somalia within Africa, President Obama obviously is calling on African leaders to, as he said, show more determination, strong leadership, solve the problem within the continent, which is what a lot of the African leaders have been calling for. So is this not an opportunity now for the African Union, SADC region, or the other regional groups now to start seeing how they can work together to resolve such a crisis?
This is overdue. We have spoken about this long time ago. And now, after people have died, they are calling for a common vision to address this. This is overdue. They should have acted before. And those actions would have involved a strong democratic governments in Africa, and which has been a failure in terms of governance and across Africa.
Now, a lot of African leaders and a lot of people in Africa still don't believe that the Obama administration has been as outreaching as it could have been, especially since it's now a year or more into his administration. They feel that there's no clear policy on Africa, and that, to quote one person, asking the administration, where is the beef? What is your personal take on the U.S.'s position on Africa right now in terms of policy?
There is a clear policy of the Obama administration on Africa. The issue is not the absence of policy. The issue is how effective is the policy. And we were at the State Department in June for a briefing on their policy on Sub-Saharan Africa. And they have wonderful ideas, but underneath those ideas, that is where the problem.
Can you, in very, maybe 10 seconds, isolate that problem? What is it that you're saying needs to be done now?
It seems to me that the U.S. is, like many other countries, trying to position themselves in Africa for influence and expansion and looking for opportunities.
Well, unfortunately, we've run out of time, but definitely we'll hope to get you back maybe to expound on that. All right, thank you so much.